Chiliz, or the CHZ token, is one of the OG cryptocurrencies. This channel has quite a bit of a history with Chiliz. Now, in the last week alone, the price went up by more than 40%. And the big question is, how sustainable is that rally? To answer that question, we're going to look at two things. First of all, relative performance. So how is CHZ doing relative to Bitcoin and to Ethereum? But secondly, we're also going to look at on-chain data. As in, what is the typical retail investor doing? What is the typical whale doing? Are they both accumulating? Are they all selling? What's going on? Now, there are many things to like about Chiliz. There are also some other things that are not that great. This, for example, is the number of Telegram users of Chiliz. So this could be taken as a proxy of how much retail interest there currently is in Chiliz. It does appear that we are stabilizing here somewhat. What's also stable now is the supply. So that's this chart over here. We are currently at 8.89 billion. To be more precise, 8.888.888.888 tokens. So all of the supply is already circulating. There is no more token dilution. This is good. Now, before we look at the behavior of retail versus whales, let's first have a look at relative performance to Ethereum. This here is a long-term chart starting at September of 2019. And what's impressive is that even though the circulating supply grew over time relatively rapidly, Chiliz was able to keep pace with Ethereum quite a bit. It did underperform slightly, but given now that all tokens are floating, if Chiliz can grow in adoption as much as it has in the past, then the price should now in the future outperform Ethereum. Now, you probably clicked into this video to just have a look at what's recently happening with Chiliz. What is happening in the last month? How is it performing both relative to Ethereum but also relating to the holder growth? This here is Chiliz relative to Ethereum in the last month, and this went up by 14.5%. Now, here's the number of token holders of Chiliz in the last month for different wallet sizes. On the left side, we've got $1,000 worth of tokens. In the middle, we've got $10,000. On the right, we've got 100,000. The number of small retail holders went down. The number of medium-sized retail holders went pretty much flat. The number of whales slightly, just so slightly increased. Now, Chiliz isn't just traded on-chain, it's also traded on centralized exchanges, so we can't really see the full picture. But if there was only trading on-chain, then all of this rally can be attributed to the heavyweights, to the whales. It was mainly the number of whales that increased, and even that didn't grow that much. In very early videos on this channel, years back, I was not a fan of Chiliz because of the token inflation and because of the long-term underperformance versus Ethereum. I think this should now be revised. There's no more token inflation and there's no more clear underperformance versus Ethereum. It's not a project with huge positive momentum right now, but it's also not a project with a lot of selling pressure. It's pretty much the typical asset that you want to have in a well-diversified altcoin portfolio. If it's your first time here, feel free to subscribe. I publish videos regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. There's also a free Telegram. Link is down below.